Very welcome, students. So today we are going to start a topic that is called direction and distance. Okay, so easy topic, but an important topic as well. We can expect a few questions from this topic in our examination. Okay, so first what we are going to do is try to get a basic idea of this topic. Okay, so as we know, basically the right and left, the basic directions, as you might know, if we just discussing that. This is north. Okay, this is south, as you know. East is towards this direction. Okay, and west is towards this direction. Okay, but these are the basic directions, as you might know. Now, as you know, the direction between north and east, as you might know, is called northeast. Okay, now the portion or the direction between south and east is basically called what? Southeast. Okay, the direction between south and west is called southwest. Okay, and the direction between north and west is called north. Okay. The other thing you have to remember is right hand. Okay, so as you know, when moving to the north, that is easy. Right is towards east. Okay, and left is towards west. Okay, now facing south, right and left is directly opposite. Okay, now to the east it is right, left in case of south. Now towards west it is right. Okay, so that is the basic difference when we move to the north and south. Okay, all the other things are the basics: east, west, northeast, southeast. These things won't change when we are going to the north and south. The right and left only would be the changes. So you have to just remember that the changes here you have to remember. So just try and remember one case. In case of north, you just remember that right is towards east and left is towards west. Okay. In case of south, it is directly opposite. So you can also remember like that. So that is important because we are going to deal with the questions. Right and left will be an important sort of scenario. Okay. Okay, now I think we can discuss a few questions to get a basic idea of this topic. Okay, the first question which we are going to do, they have just asked the direction. Okay, we can just try and connect it. So what does the question say? A person was going north. Okay. So what we can do, we can just give a starting point of this person as A. Try to fix a diagram. So first the person was going north. Okay, as it's been told. Then he went to the right. Okay, he took a right first. Now from this here he took a right again. So as we know, when the person is facing towards east, right is towards south. So right is below. Okay, so he moved to the right. And finally he moves left. So as we know, now he is facing south. So left is towards east. Okay, so they have just asked which direction is he facing. So as we can see, he is facing to the east. So the answer here will be B option. So answer is option B. East will be the final answer. Okay, so there you got it. Now moving to the next one. Here they have given distance as well, but the final question is based on direction. So here as well, you can just draw that basic diagram. So what is being said first, the person walks 5 kilometers east. So from here he is walking east 5 kilometers. Okay. Now from here he takes a right turn. So as we know, right is towards south. He moves 3 kilometers. Now from there he takes a right. Now he is facing south. So right is towards west. So they have asked the direction in which he is facing. So this is also an easy case. He is facing towards west. Okay. So the answer here is option A, west. Moving on to the next one. So here if we see, they have given some few conditions. So we're just reading the conditions first. Ravi's house is to the west of Ankit's house and Lavi's house is to the north of Ankit's house. So in which direction is Lavi's house with respect to Ravi's house? Okay. Now if we are just seeing, they have basically connected their houses based on. So if we just reading the first two statements, Ravi's house is based, they have told the condition is based on Ankit's house. And Lavi's house is also is being based on Ankit's house. So what you can do is try and place Ankit's house to a point. Okay, so we have just placed his house here. Now Ravi's house is to the west of Ankit's house. So west of Ankit is this position. So Ravi's houses will be here. Okay, now Lavi's house is to the north of Ankit's. North of Ankit is above. Lavi's house is here. Now we have to just look through the question what they have asked. In which direction is Lavi's house with respect to Ravi's? Now, with respect to Ravi's house, we have to see where is Lavi's house. So we can directly see that Lavi's house is above, so that is north, but towards right. So above right. So that means the direction has to be option C, northeast. Okay, so here the answer is northeast. Okay. So here when looking through the direction, you have to just look with respect to whom. So here it is with respect to Ravi. Now you have to place your reference point with respect to Ravi. As we can see, Lavi's house is above him, so that is north is fixed. But if it is right above, then only we can say it's north. It's towards right. Right of Ravi's house, so the answer has to be north. Okay, hope that you got it. Now moving to the next question here. Here as well they've asked the direction. So we can just try and place the diagram here. Starting point I have taken as A. So first the person is moving 5 kilometers south. 5 kilometers south. Okay. Now he takes a right turns. Okay. And he walks 3. So right as we know south facing, right is towards west. Okay. So 3 kilometer. Now from here he takes a left. So as we know from here left is towards south. Okay. Now here the left distance covered is 5 kilometer. And this is the ending point basically, as you can see. Okay. Now what is the question? Now in which direction is he from the starting? Now with respect to the starting point, in which direction is he? So as we can see, he is below. So south is okay. But here he is towards, slightly towards left. So the answer has to be southwest. Okay. So if you have a doubt on how to find the direction, so simple thing what you can do is try and draw basic diagram in the reference. Okay, say so this as we know in this scenario, this is the reference point. Okay, just a second. What we can do is try and draw the basic diagram there. Okay, if you have a doubt, okay, if you're okay with it, no need. If you have a doubt, say what you can do is try and draw the basic diagram. So this is north as we know. This is south. This is east, and this is west. Now, if you see this, we have to find where is this point. So as we can easily see, this point is between southeast. Okay, so likewise also you can see. Otherwise, it is easy. Just look. The point we have to look. The ending point was below, so that is south. If it is towards west, you have to mark southeast, southwest. If it was towards right, our answer would have been southeast. Okay. So likewise also you can try and connect it. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question. Here, they have asked the distance. Okay, so we can just go through the points first. So, man starts from point A, okay, and starts from this point. He moves 3 kilometer north, then 4 kilometer west. Okay, now, 4 kilometer to the okay, so this is 4 kilometer. Now he is basically here. Now, so in this question, as we just discussed, we had started from a point A. We had moved 3 kilometer north, and from there we took 4 kilometer west. Now, basically, they have asked from the starting point at what distance is the ending point. So the thing you have to remember that in these scenarios, we have to always find the shortest distance. Okay, because in some of the questions they might be giving that we have to find the shortest. If it is not being given as well, then in case of distance, always remember you have to always find the shortest distance. Now we just see which is the shortest distance here. Or will be the short. Yeah, if you're just connecting these 2 points in this scenario, this has to be the shortest distance. Okay. Now, as we know, if we just see here, we have a right angle triangle. We can name it as ACB or ABC anyhow. So, as we know in Pythagoras theorem, we can in right angle triangle always a Pythagoras theorem follows. Now we have to find here AB. So AB here will be equal to, as we know in Pythagoras theorem, AB is equal to root of AC square plus BC. Okay, so this is what the Pythagoras theorem says. Okay, AB is equal to what? Root of AC square plus BC. Okay. Now if we are using this Pythagoras theorem here, as we know, AC here is 3 square. Okay, 3 square is 9. BC here is 4. 4 square is 16. Okay. So 9 plus 16, as you know, is 25. And root of 25 is going to give us 5. Okay, so here the distance is option A, 5 km. Okay, so when they are asking the distance, make sure that you find out the shortest distance between. Okay, so in most of the cases, you will be reaching this Pythagoras theorem. So there you use the Pythagoras theorem to get that distance. Okay. Okay. Now moving on to the next question here. Here as well, they have just asked the direction only. So we can just draw the basic diagram. Okay. Now starting point we have marked as A. So man is going 2 kilometer north. Okay. Now from there he takes a left. Okay, that is 5 kilometer. Now from here he takes a right. So right is above to the north. And the distance he has covered there is 3 kilometers. Now again he takes a right, that is towards east, and it goes 5 kilometers. 5 kilometer means is right above the starting. So this is basically his ending point. It's 5. Now what is the question? In which direction is he from the starting point? Now if you are looking from the starting point, he is right above the starting point. So the direction has to be north. Okay. The answer is right. Option B, north will be the final answer. Okay. Moving to the next one. Here it says that Ramu walks. Okay, so we can draw the basic diagram here as well. So Ramu is walking 3 kilometer north. Okay. Now from here he takes the right and goes 4 kilometer. Now what is the distance from his starting? Okay. The same as the scenario as we discussed earlier. Okay, this is we have to find the shortest distance. The same, just use the Pythagoras theorem. So say I'm making this as B. So we have to find AR, that is root of RB square plus B. Okay, so that is 3 square plus 4 square, that is 9 plus 60. Adding both 25, root of 25 as we know is 5. The answer here is option B. Option B is the final answer, 5 kilometers. Okay. Moving to the next one. Moving to the next question here. Okay. So here as well. Here we have to find the distance. Okay. So we can find it out. So the first point says that person is going 30 kilometers south. So we can just mark the starting point here as A. So he's first going 30 kilometers south. Okay. Now from here he takes a right turn, right is towards west, 30 kilometer. Now he takes a left. So from here left is below. So he goes 20 kilometer. Now from here he takes another left. So here left is towards east and he goes 30. So he will be reaching here. This is his ending point. Now how far is he from the starting point? So we just see is right below the starting point. So straight line is the shortest distance here. From here to here it's 30. This distance is basically 20. So 30 plus 20, answer has to be option B, that is 50 kilometers. Okay, so 50 kilometer is going to be the distance between his starting and his ending. Okay. Now moving on to the next question here. So first we can draw the diagram. Man is going 6 kilometer east. Just marking his starting point. Going 6 kilometer east. Okay, then he goes south. He goes 5 kilometer. Okay, then he moves east. East he goes 6 and then he goes north 10. Okay, so 10 basically means from here to here it's 5. So this is another 5. So this is basically his ending point. Okay. Now what is the question that means is how far is he from the starting? Now from the starting point, if we look how far is, so we can what we can do, we can find the shortest distance. So as we can say, this is a right angle triangle now. So use the Pythagoras theorem. So we see the base of this triangle, it is 6 plus 6, 12. So that is 12 square plus height of this triangle is 5. Okay. So root of 144 plus 25, getting 144 plus 25 is 169. Taking the root of that is going to give us 30. Okay. So the answer here is option B, 13 kilometer will be the final answer. Okay. So like we said in the previous questions as well, if you have been asked the distance, try and find the shortest distance. Okay. Okay. Now we are moving on to some questions where both the distance and as well as the direction are being asked. Okay. Similar concept itself. The only difference is they have asked both the scenarios in a single question. So we can just draw the diagram as we did in the previous questions. So here Nikhil is there. So Nikhil is first moving to the east. We can mark the starting point as in moving east 30. Okay, then he took a left turn. From here, if we are taking a left turn, as we know, right is below and left will be above. So he has to move to the north side 20. Now he takes another left, so that is 30. That means he is right above the starting point. So the direction with respect to the starting point. Okay. So with respect to the starting point, the ending point is north, and the distance here is 20. So easy question. We can mark our answer as option A, that is 20 meter north. Okay. Okay. Another question is based on Sushil. So Sushil first he is going 15 meter to the south. Okay, he's moving 15 meters. Okay, then he took a left turn 20 meters. Then again he took a left turn, so left is above 50. So this is his ending point. So here as well, distance and direction from his starting. So starting point was this. Ending point is to the right, that is east. And the distance here is same, this 20. Okay, so they are going through the options. Our answer has to be option B, that is 20 meter east. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. Here, Ashok has started walking towards south. Okay, so first is going south, 50 meters. So we can start. Starting point is first moving south and covering 50 meters. So now he took a right turn to go 30 meters. Okay, now after taking a right, again he's taking another right. So now right is above and he's going 100 meters. So this we can just break it. This is 50 and we can make this as 50. Now he finally took another right turn and moved 30. So took another right turn and moved to 30. So this is basically his ending. So distance and direction is been asked same from the starting point itself. So starting point, the ending point is right up. So that is north. Now the distance is this 50 meters. Okay, so going through the options, option D is the perfect one. That is 50 meter north is the final answer. Okay, hope you are getting it. Now we are going to discuss a few questions based on the angles or the degrees. In some of the questions they may be giving this scenario, so you have to just be aware of some basic concepts. So as you might know, north, south, east, west, we know. Okay. So degree basically say I am starting 0 degrees say from east. So 0 degrees now here. So as you know, this questions they might be giving a term that is clockwise and anti-clockwise. So that is easy, as you know. From east clockwise basically means south, going south, then west, then north, then returning to the east. From east anti-clockwise basically means reaching north, then going west, then going south, then returning to east. Okay. So now you have to just be aware of the degrees. Okay. So if you are now in east, you are in 0 degree. If you are going to the clockwise direction, when reaching south, you are going to cover 90 degree. Okay. Now we are going clockwise direction, and if you are reaching west, you are completing a 180 degree. Then another clockwise direction reaching north will cover 270, and going another clockwise to reach starting point again would make it a 360 degree. Okay. So clockwise, as you know, that is easier. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, we have to remember. And just remember, after if you're covering one quadrant, as we, that means if you're moving from east to west, sorry, east to south in the clockwise direction, you have covered a quadrant. If you're covering a quadrant, make sure you just remember that you have covered 90 degree. Okay. Based on that, you can do these questions as well. And another point that might help you is that if you are covering 180 degree, just remember that 180 degree, if you are covering clockwise or anti-clockwise, you will be in the position which you are opposite to that of the previous. If you just looking through this, the point which I have said based on the example, see, we had started from north when we were in 0 degree. Now, if you just see from here, we went 180 degree clockwise. We are going to reach west, and if I am going from east in the anti-clockwise direction, there as well I am going to complete only 180 degree when reaching this. So in case of 180 degree, you can easily remember that clockwise or anti-clockwise, you are going to reach the same point, and the point is the opposite of that which where you were previous. So as we can see, we had started from east, and we after completing 180, we are right opposite to where we were before covering 180 degrees. So that point as will make your concept and the art of question doing a bit more easy. Okay. So hope that you got it. Now I think we can do a few questions based on this. Okay. So I'm just moving these degrees. You have got an idea, I suppose. So we can just do a few questions here. Okay, so see, just discussing this question. So first is the man is facing south. Okay. Now from here he turns 135 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. So as we know, from south anti-clockwise is going to east, then north, like this. So 135 degree basically means how much? So as we know, if he's going from south to east in the anti-clockwise, he has covered 90 degree. Now 135 is 90 plus 45. So after from south, if he is going 135 degree anti-clockwise, he is going to face northeast. Okay. Now from here he is going 180 degree in the clock. So clockwise 180 degree, as we are so told. The in which direction he is facing is, you have to just place him directly opposite to them. So he was previously facing northeast, and the opposite of northeast is southwest. So what is the final question? In which direction is he facing? So you see he's facing now in the southwest. Okay. So the answer is option D, southwest will be the final answer. Okay, so hope that you got it. Now moving on to the next one. Next question, if we just see it. So the first thing what they are told is man is facing east. So what we can do, draw basic diagram. So this is north, east, south and west. Here the person is facing east. Okay. Now he is covering 100 degree in the clockwise direction. So as we know, from east 90 degree he will be reaching south. 100 means he will be in between south and west. Okay. Now he is going 180 degree in the anti-clockwise, clockwise or anti-clockwise, as we know. 180 basically means the direction he was previous, the condition opposite to that. So previously he was facing southwest, and the direction opposite to southwest is northeast. Okay, so the answer is easy here as well. Option C, northeast will be the final answer. Okay, so I hope you are getting it. Moving on to the next set. Okay, so here the you can just start with the basic diagram. Okay, so we can just start from the basic. Person is facing west here. He is covering 45 degree in the clockwise. So that means he has reached northwest. Okay. Now from there he goes 180 degrees. So 180 basically means directly opposite. So opposite of northwest is southeast. Now he has to cover 270 degree in the anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means directly opposite. So as we know, from southeast to northwest, 180 degree anti-clockwise means is reaching northwest. Now he has to cover another 90 degrees. So from northwest to west, he has covered 45, and he has to cover another 45. So he'll be reaching where? Southwest. Okay. So which direction is he facing now is the question. So the answer has to be option D, that is southwest. Okay. Hope you are getting it. Another question they have given, we can just try it out. Here he is starting from north. This first covering 45 degree in the clockwise. That means he will be reaching northeast. Okay, now from here 180 degree again. So 180 degree means he will be facing now southwest. Now last he is going 45 degree in the anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means he will be facing where? So, okay, easy question. So here the answer will be option D. That is okay. So hope we are getting it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. So here they have just asked the distance. So we can draw the diagram. So what they have told, the man is walking 4 kilometer north. Given starting point is A. Is going 4 kilometer north. Okay, then he moves, 4 kilometer north. Stick. So starting point we can place it as A, 4 kilometer north. Then he moves east 7 kilometers. Then he moves again a north one. Then another east of 5. So how far is he from the starting? So as we can see, this is his shortest distance. So I'm just extending these points. See, we have got a right angle triangle. Okay, now if we're just going and finding the base and height of this triangle, first we can find the height. So this much is 4 and this is 1. So total of 5. So height of the triangle is 5 square. Now base of the triangle is how much? From this point to this point it is 7. This much is 5. So 5 plus 7 is 12. So 5 square is, as we know, is 25. 12 square is 144. Adding both these will be getting 169. So as we know, 169 is the root of 13. So here the answer has to be option C. 13 will be the final answer. Okay. Moving to the next one. Okay. Now here man is first going 4 kilometer north. Okay. Now he walks to the west and he covers 3 kilometer. Now he's going south and going to cover 8 it is. This is 4 and this is 4. Okay. Now how far is he from the starting? So this is the ending point. This is the starting point. So we can go for the shortest distance itself. Okay, try and just try and connect it. So try to find the height and so see, height of this triangle is 4. Base is 3. So we have already done this. So 3 square plus 4 square as we know is 5 square. So answer will be 5. So here the answer is option A, 5 kilometer will be the answer. Okay. Just remember, always try and find the shortest distance. Okay. So most of the cases you might be getting a straight line. Otherwise, the condition will be similar to the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Okay, now in this scenario, they have given 5 boys are there and everyone is sitting in a garden in a circle. So this is basically we have to use this concept of circular arrangement. So this here they are told there are a total of 5. Okay, now what they are told, A is facing southwest. Now A is facing southwest. Southwest basically means where this is south, this is east, this is west. Southwest is middle of this question. Okay. Okay. So first point says that D is facing south. Sorry, A was facing southwest, and D is facing southeast. So we can easily understand that southeast is here. Okay. So D is facing, and B and A are right opposite to. So basically B is opposite to A. So B is here, and E is opposite to D. And C is the equal distance between D and A. So C has to be here. Okay. Now which direction is C facing? So C is basically facing the east direction. Okay. So the answer is right. Option A, east will be the final answer. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. So just conditions they have given. D is town D is to the west of M. R is to the south of D. K is basically to the east of R. Okay. So first what we can do, we can just try and connect it. So D is basically to the west of. So this places M at a point. So D is basically to the west of. Okay. Now R is where? R is to the south of D. R is to the south of D. Okay. Now K is to the east of R. K is to the east of R. So K we can place it here. Okay. Now what is the question? Now town K is towards which direction of D? Now town K is towards which direction of D? Now with respect to D, where is town K? So K is below and to the right. So it has to be southeast. Okay. So the answer is option D. Southeast will be the final answer. Okay. Hope you are getting it. Okay. Okay. Moving to the next one. So here a cyclist is going 30 km northwest. Okay, then he's moving east and covering 40 kilometers. Then he is turning right and covering 20. Okay. Now again he is turning right and covering 40. Okay, so basically this is our ending point. Now the question says, how far is he from the start? So this is easy. So as you can see, this was 20, this is 40, this is total 30. Okay, so since this much has to be 20 and this has to be 10. Okay, so the answer here has to be option A, that is 10 kilometers. Okay, moving to the next one. Okay, so we can just connect it. So Valu is walking first 20 meter north. So this is the starting point of Balu. First is going 20 meter. Okay. Now from here took a right turn. So 10 meters. Okay. Now from here again he took a right. So from here right is below. So he has moved 20. Okay. Now finally he moves left and covers 5. So this is his ending point. So what is the question? How far and with which direction is he from the starting point? The starting point with respect to starting point is towards right. So that direction has to be east. Now the distance has to be this much is 10. And this is 5. So total it has to be. So 15 meter east. That is option A has to be the final answer. Okay, so we got it. Moving to the next set. So now next set we just see they have given some conditions. Now based on that we have to arrange them and we have a question also to solve. Okay. If you're starting from the first point, J is 15 meters south of B. What does it say? Point J is 15 meters south of V. So we have to just place V at a point. So I'm placing V at this point. So south of 15 meters south is J. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to try and get another point based on that J and okay. So if you're just seeing in the last point, that is G is 5 meters south of T. It is say about T. T which is 20 meter east of. Now point T is 20 meter east of B. 20 meter has to be this much distance. We have to place T. Now we have can just connect the point which is just before that. The G is 5 meter south of T. Now G is 5 meter south of T. This is 5 meter. You can place G. Okay. Now trying to connect the other points. Okay. L to H a point is there. No. H to J a point is there. So H which is 15 meter east of J. So H is 15 meter east of J. J 15 meter means this is 20. So you can place H here. Now L is 10 meter north of H. So L is 10 meter. Okay, yeah. So we are able to place that as well. Okay, so I think almost all the points we have placed it. Now question says that what is the shortest distance between L and G? Okay, now if we're just closely viewing it, this was 15, this is 10, and this is 5. Okay. Now if we're technically seeing it, they both have to be in a straight line basically. Okay, so this has to be the distance. So as we know, this much is 20 total, this much is 15. So this gap has to be 10. Okay, so we are getting the answer as option A here, 10. Okay, moving to the next set here. Okay, here as well they have given some points, you have to try and come. The first point if we say A is standing 5 meters south of B. A is standing to the south of B. Right. Okay. C is standing at the midpoint. Okay, so we have to try and find out a point which is related to A and B. Okay. So they have given another point here. D is standing 10 meters south of B. So D is standing 10 meters south of B itself. Okay, so D has to be here. Okay. Okay. Another point. E is standing 6 meters east of D. Now E is standing 6 meters east of. Okay, so that is also okay. Now I is standing 5 meters north of it. I is standing 5 meters north of it. Okay, another point which we can take. Okay, C is standing at the midpoint of D area. So C we can fix it here. C, and we can just divide this distance as well. This is a total of 6. Okay, so if C is in the middle, we can break this distance as 3 and 3 each. Okay, so that is okay. Now E to F we have a point, F to G we have a point. Okay, okay, we can just try and connect this point. H is standing 5 meters north of. H is being placed here 5 meters. Okay. Okay. So we can place this point. See, E is standing 5 meters west of it. E is standing to the west of it. F has to be placed here, 5 meters. And F is standing 5 meters south of G. So south of G, 5 meters, F is standing. Okay. So this has to be the final diagram. Now what is the question that they have asked? What is the shortest distance between D and F? So this is the distance they have asked. So it is the addition of 3, 3 and 5. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay. Okay, so easy question. If you're just able to arrange it, this is an easy question. Okay. So arranging it, we are getting the answer as option A, that is 11. Okay. Moving to the next set here. Okay, we can just try and fix it. So first point says that B is 18 meter to the west of A. So B is to the west of A. What is the distance? 18. The next point based on them. Okay, last point says that C is 6 meters south of B. So C is 6 meters south of. So we can place C here. Now, okay, we have a point. Okay, now D which is 7 meter east of C. So D is east of C 7 meter. We can place D here. Okay. Another point which we can take, E is 5 meters south of D. Now, E is 5 meters south of E is south of D, and the distance given is 5 meters. Which point we can take? We have a point based on G and F. Okay. Okay. F and E we have a point. F is 12 meter west of E. F is 12 meter west means so we can actually break this as 7 and we can place F here. Okay. Now we can place G and F. So G is 8 meter north of. G is 8 meter north of. Okay. So almost we have placed all the conditions here. Now what is the question that they asked? What is the direction of G with respect to C? So direction of G with respect to C. C with respect to C, G is above. Okay, so that means north is okay. Now G is towards left. So the answer has to be north west. Okay. So just going through the options. Option A is the right fit here. So answer A. Answer has to be option A, that is northwest. Okay. Okay. I'm moving to the next set here. So they have told that 8 points are there. We have to place one by one. The first point says that U is 3 meter west of P. So U is to the west of P and the distance is now P which is 4 meters south of T. So P is to the south of T 4 meter. Okay. Now V to S they have given, S to W, R to Q they have given, T to R. T to R there. We can take that point. So T is 8 meter west of. Now T is 8 meter to the west of. So west. Okay, so that is okay. Then R to Q we have, R is 7 meter north of Q. So R is 7 meter north of Q. Okay, so that is also okay. Q is 3 meter east of W. Q is 3 meter east of. Okay, so that is also a point which we can connect. Then we have V to S, we have S to W. Okay, so first we can connect S to W. S is 2 meters south of W. S is 2 meter south of W. V is okay. Now V is to the east of S, that is 7. Okay. Okay, so this is the final diagram. Now what they have asked, what is the shortest distance between T and? So what we can do is we can draw a right angle triangle here. Okay, so just try to find the base and height of the triangle. So just going for the base first. So as we know, okay, now if you're just breaking it, see, this much is 8, that this much is 3, so this is 4. So basically, the base of the triangle is 12, so that is 12 square. Now finding the height of the triangle, so this much is 4, then this much is 3, so 4 plus 3 is 7, then this is 2, so that is total of 9. Okay, so using the Pythagoras theorem, 12 square plus 9 square, so that is 144 plus 80. Adding this will give us 225. As we know, the root of 225 is how much? 50. Okay. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we have got the shortest distance as 15 meters. Okay. So I hope that you got it. So these are the type of questions that have been mainly asked from direction and distance. So as we said in the starting, an easy topic. If you just clear with the basics and practice, you can easily crack the questions based on uh, direction and distance. Okay. So we're winding up for session for today. Thank you very much.